Episode 39. Blood in the Verdant Abyss. The jungle of Earthward swallowed Kane and his team as they emerged from the temple of the Auraliths, its bioluminescent glow fading behind them like a dream clawing at memory. The air was humid, thick with the stench of venomous sap and decay, the canopy above a tangle of vines and fungal tendrils that pulsed with Verdant's feral heartbeat. Kane led the way, scanning the glowing undergrowth. He couldn't help but feel the trap closing around them. Sadie stayed close, weaving through the mist, hair matted, walking with a grim focus. Dr. Wellington followed determination in every stride, his data pad reflecting the jungle's eerie light. Jinx, Beckett Rhodes, limped beside him, his grizzled face creased with pain but sharp with purpose, his tattered hat tilted low. Zara guarded the rear, bodysuit torn, rail pistol steady despite her bandaged arm with Rook close by. The three Earthward hunters, Talrin, Vira, and Korath, glided ahead, their painted bodies blending with the verdant, dark, star-etched spear, vine whip, and red-painted skull mask marking their silent vigilance. The path was a treacherous ribbon, roots twisting underfoot, thorns spiking towards them like teeth. The Auraliths riddle burned in Kane's mind. Sri Lanka, Adam's Bridge, a cave beneath a flame peak, a map to a lost city that could shift the world's balance. But the jungle cared nothing for their quest. Each rustle a threat. They'd barely cleared the temple's shadow when the air split with a crack. A silenced rail shot, precise and lethal. Talrin's head snapped back, a crimson spray painting the vines, his star-etched spear clattering as he crumpled. Before Kane could shout, Vera's vine whip lashed out, only to freeze mid-arc as a dart pierced her throat, her body collapsing in a twitching heap. Korath roared, skull mask brilliant in the unnerving forest light, but a dark shape darted from the undergrowth, a curved scimitar slashing his chest open in a fountain of gore. The hunters were dead in seconds, their bodies swallowed by the jungle's glow. "Ambush!" Kane barked, diving behind a fungal spire, his shock knife flashing. Sadie yanked Aldus down, her data pad skittering into the mud. Jinx cursed, clutching his arm as a dart grazed it. Blood welling through his tattered sleeve, wincing in agony. Zara's pistol barked, a burst of plasma searing the vines, but the attackers were ghosts. 4 figures in black tactical suits, hollow masks flickering, moving like specters through the mist. Xavier led them. His from was a predator's silhouette, lustrous eyes gleaming, charred arm flexing as he wielded a rail rifle with surgical precision. Vira, the wiry sniper, perched on a root, her rifle spitting death. Karn, the hulking brawler, cracked nano-forged knuckles, grinning through scars. Hailstone, the silent tracker, twirled twin scimitars, his neural implant glowing faintly. The Covenant's deadliest, Comfortblood. Plasma bolts shredded the air, fungal spires exploding in clouds of glowing spores. Kane's team was pinned, trapped in a crescent of roots and thorns, the jungle a killbox. Xavier's voice cut through, a stalker's drawl laced with menace. "Kane Voss, tell us where the core is and I promise I'll kill you quick and painless or we tear you apart, piece by rotten piece. It's over. You have no options." Kane's gritted his teeth, silently nodding to Sadie. Jinx coughed, blood dripping from his arm, his rasping voice urgent. "There's a sinkhole, half a click west. Old Smuggler's Tunnel. Leads to a river. I can get us there, but we need a damn opening." Zara took some rapid, deep breaths, frantic look in her eyes, and her jaw clenching as she holstered her pistol, drawing a curved blade. Rook's grin flickered as he pulled a shock grenade from his vest. Their eyes met, a wordless pact forged in the slum's grit and the team's unspoken bond. Zara's voice was low, clipped, raw, with an emotion she rarely showed. "We'll draw him off. You run, Kane. Don't look back." Rook nodded with defiance, but his hazel eyes shone with something deeper. Fear, loyalty, a flicker of farewell. "Yeah, what she said. We got this, street rat. Get the old man out of here." Don't let it be for nothing. Sadie's hand gripped Kane's, her voice a fierce whisper. They're giving us a shot. We take it. Kane's chest tightened, but he nodded, his voice rough. Fuck, okay, let's do this. Zara and Rook burst from cover, a blur of defiance. Zara's blade slashed, catching Vira's rifle, sparking as the sniper reeled. Rook lobbed the grenade, its pulse detonating in a wave that staggered Karn, the brawler roaring as he charged. Zara's cyber eye locked targets, her blade dancing, severing Vira's arm in a spray of blood. The sniper screamed, collapsing, her rifle silenced. Rook ducked Karn's fist, his shock knife slashing the brawler's thigh, but Karn's nano-forged strength was relentless, a backhand sending Rook sprawling. Kane led the retreat, Sadie supporting Jinx, Aldus huffing behind, their boots slipping on slime as they sprinted west. Gunfire and screams echoed, the jungle swallowing the chaos. Kane risked a glance back, his heart lurching. Rook was on his knees, blood streaming from his nose, hazel eyes defiant as Xavier loomed, rifle raised. You're done, Tanner, Xavier snarled, and fired. A plasma bolt tore through Rook's chest, his body jerking, collapsing in the mud, his grin frozen in death. No! Kane roared, stumbling, but Sadie's grip tightened, her voice breaking. Kane, move! He's gone, and we're not. The core, the riddle, we have to finish this. Tears streaked down her cheek, but her drawl was steel, pulling him forward as Jinx grunted. She's right, kid. Don't waste what they're sacrificing for us. Behind them, Zara fought alone, a whirlwind of lethal grace. Vira was dead, Karn's throat slashed, his bulk slumped in the vines. Hailstone lunged, scimitars flashing, but Zara parried, her blade slicing his implant, sparks flying as he staggered. Only Xavier remained, his charred arm wielding a vibroblade, eyes lustrous with a killer's thrill. The jungle was their arena, thorns and sap framing a brutal dance. Zara and Xavier clashed, blades sparking, blood spraying. Xavier's speed was demonic, his blade slashing Zara's thigh, her bodysuit shredding. She countered, her cyber eye tracking his moves, her blade carving his shoulder, bone cracking. They traded blows, relentless, neither yielding. Xavier's vibroblade grazed her ribs, Zara's knife punctured his lung. Blood soaked the mud, their breaths ragged, the jungle's pulse amplifying their fury. Xavier fainted, and Zara, making a rare critical error, fell for the fake. Perceiving the opening, Xavier struck, his blade plunging into Zara's chest, twisting with a sickening crunch. She gasped, crimson eye dimming, and collapsed, her body motionless in the glowing mire. Xavier stood, bloodied and wounded, but relentless, his arms trembling, eyes scanning the dark. "Run, Voss," he whispered, voice a slayer's promise. "I'll find you." Kane's team stumbled into the sinkhole, a jagged maw hidden by vines. Jinx led them through a smuggler's tunnel, its damp stone echoing their gasps, the river's roar growing louder. They emerged at a muddy bank, a stolen skiff waiting, its engine coughing awake. Kane's distant gaze was haunted, Rook's death a dagger in his gut. Zara, the evil murderous psychopath, sacrificed herself for him, a weight he couldn't shake. Sadie's hand stayed on his, her warmth an anchor, while Aldus remained grim and Jinx led the way to a small fishing boat tied up with a root. The skiff motored through Earthward's rivers, Verdant's glow fading as they aimed for Nova Reach's border. Days blurred, evading drones, scavenging food, Jinx's wound festering, but his spirit unyielding. They crossed into Nova Reach, its chrome spires looming, guiding them to Apex Core. Helix's city was a labyrinth of labs and data vaults, but Aldus knew the way back to Gideon's safe house, and he knew the scientist guarding the core in their shielded vault. They reached the safe house, a rusted shack masking Gideon's quantum-locked chamber. The core sat within, its crystalline sphere pulsing, untouched but alive with secrets. Kane stared at it, Rook's grin and Zara's bravery burning in his mind. We lost them, he muttered, voice raw. For this thing. Sadie's eyes met his, her soft but fierce. They bought us this chance, Kane. Lemuria, the Auraliths. It's bigger than us. We finish it for them. Jinx nodded, his face lined with grief but resolute. Kid, the jungle took its toll, but we're still standing. That core's our map to the truth. Let's not let them die for nothing. Aldus's eyes gleamed, his voice warm. The Auraliths left us a path. We owe Rook and Zara to walk it. Kane grimaced, his frame steadying as he gathered himself. Xavier was out there, Cyrus's hellhound looming, Gideon's web knitting. The path to Lemuria lay ahead, across oceans and stars, a riddle tying their fate to a lost world's flame. Kane vowed to carry the fallen forward, their blood the fuel for a reckoning yet to come.